Oh Lord. Tide ho. Oh Lord. Ho tide. Lord. Oh
Tide
my.
ho.
Wait a minute. Oh Lord. Hey guys.
Hey guys,
We're back.
we're back,
I'm Oh Lord.
and I'm Tahoe,
And this is the
and
T.O.
it's the T.O.show.
show. Oh wait. I feel like I said this last time, but this isn't a duet. You don't have to say it with me. You just say
Okay,
just,
girl,
just
you
say
really
your
want an
lines.
audience. They're
Just say
already
your
here. If you
lines.
want an audience, they're already here. Uh,
But we are deciding, you know what? Let's talk about music again. We haven't talked about it well,
mhm,
no, we talk about it all the time. Let's just be honest. We're always talking about music with each other.
we
But
really are.
yeah, today we're gonna kind of get into some albums we've been really getting into. New and
Mhm.
old. So I've been really getting into older stuff as you know, I've been kind of going into thrift stores and buying on Mercari, like buying used CDs and vinyls and stuff like that. So I've been trying to get more into building my collection because as we all know, digital media is not reliable when it comes to maintaining or keeping things on there. So I've been trying to collect what I want to collect, you know?
Oh,
Like
Rihanna's always going to be on here, girl, so I don't know what you're
it's is I you don't know, girl. You don't know. How long was it
talking.
before Contage no, before Addictive was on any streaming service? How long was that?
Well, she had to
Truth
get the
Hurts?
clearance for it. She didn't have the, yeah, she had to get the clearance for it.
Okay, and guess
She didn't get the
what?
clearance
That's
for
their
that.
fault. Y'all should have got the clearance for her. Y'all got the pockets. Y'all got the deep pockets.
Okay, girl.
Do y'all want us to listen to that song on on your streaming
So
services or not?
she is going to thrift stores and getting CDs,
Yeah, I've been
and she's
buying.
getting vinyls.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep her on track, you
Yes, as you should. Your queen
guys.
demands
Okay.
it. Thank you. Mhm.
Okay. So I guess we can start off. Um,
Do you wanna start off
with
with
album.
newer albums, or would you rather do, like, retrospective first?
Um, we can just flow with it. Whatever floats your boat, whatever you're excited for,
Okay.
whatever you came across. Let's.
I feel like we're gonna have less newer content to talk about. So if you wanna let's
Mhm.
start there because 'cause I've been really I what I mean, I've been I've been buying. So let's do new, go to old, I guess. So the last album that I listened to that's new, oh my god. Imma be honest with you. Wait, hold on. I Okay, the last album that I listened to when did Doja Cat's album come out?
Doja Cat album came out in last year.
Last year?
Scarlet, came out
When did,
last year. They can still count. It's still got
when
songs
did,
that still being
Janelle
put out.
Monae's new album come out? When did that come out?
Janae Monae.
Yeah.
I think it came out last year because it was a summer
The Age of
thing.
Pleasure? Yeah, The Age of
I
Pleasure.
believe
I listened to
so.
that in full. I listened to Doja Cat's album in full. When did Chloe's album come out? That was before.
Her album came out last year,
It came out
and
last year
she has a
too?
new one that just dropped.
I know she does
Yeah,
have a new one that
last
just
year.
dropped. In Pieces? Wait,
It
In
just
Pieces came
dropped.
out last year? Girl, what is
hmm
happening? Okay, so I listened to Chloe's album as well. Most of the newer stuff I've listened to that came out was like last year or when Beyonce's album came out, I listened to that in full. When Renaissance came out. Renaissance, not the new one. I haven't listened
mm
to I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have not listened
Cowboy
to
Carter.
I haven't listened to Cowboy Carter in full yet, but I
Me,
plan on I already bought
me
it.
too. Me too.
I already
It's
purchased
look.
it.
It's
I
on the
have the shirt and
list.
everything. It's on the list. Yeah. I do want to listen to Megan's album. Let's do that. What are the albums that you want to listen to that have come out? Where's your head with that?
Definitely, Beyonce Cowboy Carter.
I do too, yeah.
Yeah, I
I
definitely
heard
want to
the
get in
Miley
that.
Cyrus song is probably one of the better songs to come from that album, one of. I've heard it's a great
Mhm.
album, but I've heard that Miley Cyrus one and Blackbirds? I think it's Blackbirds. I'm so sorry, you guys. I when I tell you I've been trying to avoid listening to reviews, listening to conversation about it. I wanna hear it and just hear it. I've just heard little
Hear
sprinklings
it
of
both.
things, which is like the Miley Cyrus song is really good, the Post Malone I've heard certain things. Post Malone's good. The Blackbirds one where she enlists a bunch of black country women to sing. I've heard that's really good, but I wanna listen to the songs and just listen to them, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So
Uh, Ariana Grande, Eternal Sunshine.
oh,
I'm
I did
definitely
listen to
want
that
to.
one. I did listen to that one in
I,
full.
I didn't finish it. I haven't
When did that
finished
come
it yet.
out?
I'm going. That came out this year.
That came out
You
this
you
year?
okay? Yes,
Oh my god, what is happening? Oh, it did come out this year. Girl, what is
yeah. She has
happening?
a movie coming out, so it would be
I did yeah,
ideal
I did listen
for
to
her to
that.
come
Okay,
out.
so that album I did listen to in full. I listened to that
Mm.
album in full.
Have you listened to the Normani album yet?
Not yet. I want to, but I wanna listen to it outside of all that I've heard online. I wanna give it a fair shake as a project outside voices. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I'm on
Right.
I get on that social medias and stuff like that social medias. I get on social media and I'm hearing a lot of conversation about it, and that's great, I love that, but I don't want to listen to it and I have a lot of outside influences because I wanna kind of
Mhm.
listen to it and have my own opinion. And I
Yeah.
noticed that I've done that sometimes with movies where I don't love it at first, and then I give it a chance to
Mm.
grow on me,
Like
and that's
Ready
because
Player One.
huh?
Like Ready Player One.
Like who?
Like Ready Player One. Mhm.
Oh, no, I don't like that one. I just didn't like that in
And
general.
like,
But I didn't like it because I didn't
all
like
right.
it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about the
Mhm.
truth.
Mhm.
No, but,
You ain't got no truth.
I wanna give Normani a chance. I don't wanna have to hear other people talking about it. I wanna listen to it, you
Yeah.
know? Same thing with
Yeah.
Cowboy Carter. I just wanna listen to it. Same thing with Chloe's new album. I feel like I heard too many outside voices when I listened to In Pieces, and although I still don't love it as a body of work, I feel like there's a lot of
Yeah.
great songs from that album that I enjoyed.
Mhm.
I know it's a typical response, but Body Do was one of my favorites. I'm not gonna lie to you. Body Do has
Oh
always been
yeah.
it's one of my favorites. I'm sorry, Chloe. I know that it's
Mhm.
probably so annoying for people to tell you that the songs that you released at first weren't good enough and weren't the peak of what you can do as an artist.
Well, she also did something with that
And
brown
then
boy.
they were like yeah, because remember, they were like, "I don't like this song, I don't like" I forgot what the names of the songs were. Um, uh, Dang, what are those songs? You know what I'm talking about, the songs that she released before the album.
Mhm.
I know that has to be annoying, but it's annoying because it's like, not only did y'all tell me that these songs were, not my best work and not great, and then for you to turn around and listen to my album and be like, "Ooh, Chloe, Body Do is your best work," and it's like, y'all told me that don't make more music like these other songs, and here y'all are being like, "But we love Body Do." It's just that had to be annoying. I know that had to be annoying.
Mhm.
But, I did okay. So, I did love Body Do. I did enjoy I Don't Mind. No, 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 Worried. I'm Not Worried. Um
Mhm.
I think Make It Look Easy was fun, and Told Ya with Missy Elliott. I love those. I
Mhm.
enjoyed those. Cheat Back was okay. I think I had another my brain heard Cheat Back, and I thought it was gonna be something else, and we got what we got, you know? So
Mhm.
but yeah, I did listen to that. It was not a bad album. I think it has some fun songs and sounds. Um, I'm just excited to see where she goes with her music. That's where I'm at with Chloe. I'm happy for
I
her,
think
and I appreciate that She has the talent. Like, even if the
Mhm.
music's not that great, I have the talent. I don't have to worry about the music being great. I have the talent. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
it's like,
we know she need the music to be great. I mean,
well,
hold
I get
on.
what you're saying. I mean, I do agree, but I'm also like, she has the talent to kinda just figure it out. She can just figure it out as she goes along. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's like,
Yes,
"Oh, you just have the talent to
and she
just, like, make it
will.
work."
Well, I think that this is her carving her way out to
Yeah.
put her how she is.
Please don't do that Chris Brown song again, please.
Oh, yeah.
Please.
But please, we don't need
We are
it.
okay. I get it that the R&B girlies love them some him. Love him in private.
Like, don't tell us about it because we really don't
We're
care.
good.
I actually listened to her new album. It's actually growing on me. And I think you
Okay.
guys got to understand when you get into the album, don't just listen. You can give your first, opinion of hearing it, but you need to go back and get into it. That's how you used to get into albums back in the day because you used to
True.
buy the CD.
True.
And nowadays with streaming service, it's like they'll listen to it once and they're like, oh, it's hard. It's like, no, you need to go back and you like first impression.
Yeah,
That's
give it
it.
some time.
But then
Like,
you
I
come
think
back
the
and you be
thing
like,
is I think the problem is sometimes you're like it's an expectation that you're gonna love it the first listen, and you're not gonna love everything first
mm,
listen. I've said this multiple times. I did not love Anti when I first listened to that album. I did
mm.
not love Anti. I did
Me
not love that
neither. Me
album. And
neither.
then it like okay, what got me was Same Old Mistakes. I listened to it one time. I just
Mm,
listened to it and I was like, "Wait, wait a minute. Is this a is this a vibe? Is this a mood? Am I living for this?" And then it's like I started growing to like appreciate the album as a body of work, as her doing
mm.
experimental music and experimental sounds, and just getting to where she wants to get to and being herself, you know?
Yes. Excuse me,
So,
sorry.
I enjoyed that. I got into that, and then I got really into, what's another one? Well, that's one of the main ones that I can think of that it was like, "Well, I didn't love this at first, and then it grew on me." But yeah, Chloe, I listened to that in full. I didn't love it, but
Mhm.
I appreciate the effort, and I appreciate her for trying and doing something that she's
Yeah,
happy with, and proud
and
of.
and I just want to add in a little bit. I think we got to understand that Chloe's of a different generation too.
Yes.
So again, she's starting out and she's growing. And I think for us millennials, but I think she's Gen Z, of course. I
Yeah.
think maybe something happened. Like we gotta meet somebody that like a sister. We need somebody that's gonna, that's probably our little thing. We want to
She's
get a tea.
young, and you gotta understand that we are not I feel like that's one of the failings in a lot
Mm,
of people who are getting into the music is like, why am I not connecting? Because 'Cause you're not the target audience. You're
yeah,
not the age group, you're not
yeah,
the and we're, like, older. So it's like a lot of us are getting into the phase of, like, I'm sticking to what I already like, you know?
yeah.
So, I'm
Hmm.
locked in with Beyoncé. I love her music. I'm locked in. I'm locked
Yeah.
in with these other artists that I live for. I'm locked in. I'm good. I don't need to collect any new people, but if I like what they're giving, I'll listen to it, but I don't feel the
Hmm.
need to drag the artist and drag the music and drag them for what they're trying to do because 'cause I'm not the audience.
Well,
I'm not the target
I
audience.
don't think well, yeah, I think the point is, as far as our generation growing up with millennials, that is all we heard was our music wasn't good.
True.
Like it's not top tier, even though it
Oh,
was.
yeah,
Come
we heard "Oh, I can't believe you listen to this?
Yeah.
It's garbage," and it's like, and here y'all are now. Here y'all are now.
Hmm.
Here y'all are
So
now
I think
listening
the
to it
point
too.
is we're trying to. I'm talking about people that's coming in with a pure
True.
heart, really trying to support
Yeah.
the new acts because millennials we got the money too as well, and I think we're trying to not be
Mhm.
that. Girl, like, ugh. this music, which
I wanna
in
s
some sense we
I
kind of say
I
like
fully agree
we,
with that
we're,
of, like, not wanting to do
we're kind of
the
saying it, but
parody.
it's like, girl, there's no creativity. It's like it's all kind of sound the same. But I think for a lot of people that who love music and wants to hear the new crowd, it can come off as us hating. It's like, no, we're not hating. It's just like we want some creativity, and it's like we
Right.
know y'all not even liking it because y'all listen to our stuff. That we
I
grew up
agree, but
on. So it's like,
I also wanna say this feels kind of like how when we were growing up, a lot of people felt like our artist was doing the same sounds. It's like, why is all y'all rappers rapping like that? Why all y'all singers singing like that? Why all y'all
but all the
singers
rappers
dressed like
are.
this? It was that. We had that same experience. That's why I'm like, I feel like that can be very annoying and vexing to like hear that what you're enjoying is sounding similar and to you
Yeah,
it's not the same. But you also understand that it's not the same because that's your this is your
but
style of music, you know?
the proof. I think the point is the proof is going to put these people cannot sell out arenas.
Well, that's
They can sell hell
also
of it,
I think that's
and
also mostly that mostly has to do with the fact that, like, again, we're falsifying this idea that streaming means you're successful, and it doesn't fully mean that. You have to build your audience
well, I'm not saying
over
yes,
time,
yes.
and I think the thing is, it's
Mhm.
like filling out arenas happens if you have an organic, large fan base. Like Megan fills out
Mhm.
arenas because Megan's is a talent. Not only is she talented, but she's also
Mhm.
worked hard to build her audience of people. She
Yeah.
has an audience.
Yes.
With somebody
Mhm.
like I'm just throwing this out there because I know this is you already know where I'm going. Somebody like Sexy Red or somebody like Ice Spice, I feel like they'll have an audience, right? But they don't have a large enough fan
Mhm.
base to to um qualify them for an arena kind of tour. As we've seen with Sexy Red, where she's
Yeah.
canceling her tour, and Ice Spice
But she said
hasn't
she
done a
still was
tour.
going on tour.
She still is.
I think she did say she said the tour again. Did she say that?
I don't know, girl. I just feel
Well,
like I don't know. I think it's like always going to be a thing of like, yeah, you have to grow your audience before you decide that.
yeah.
Oh,
But I think
I'm
they're
here.
pushing them too fast.
Yes,
I think I think the part of the fact that it felt like yes, they're gonna push the new artists. Don't get it
true.
twisted. That is what they do and stuff like that. But we all know the
But it was
order of
natural.
things.
It
It's
felt
like,
like a growing over time thing. And also, again, like you
yes,
said, we had you had to buy the CDs. You had to go out and buy the
yeah.
CD and enjoy the music. You had
Mhm.
to request it on the radio. You had to um, support their websites. It's like you had to do a lot of that yourself. You couldn't just go
Mhm.
on Spotify or iTunes and just do that. You know, like you had to go out of your way
Exactly.
to support this artist, and hopefully the
But
album is
and
good. Because if the album's not good, you're not supporting. Right after that, you're not going to
yes.
support.
And I'm gonna add on, they're pushing them too fast. I think they're pushing them too fast into the point that it's like, how do I put it? There's no way Ice Spice should be at the Met Gala. Like,
Yeah,
why is that happening?
I
That's very
think
confusing. Same thing with
I agree,
Tyler
I
too.
agree.
Even though Tyler's really creative, Tyler
Well,
is creative,
the
and
difference
she has it.
between them and Tyler is that she already has an audience. She's just crossing over into the American market. So it's like she's
Exactly, but
already a
she don't
large
know how to.
success. It's just, you know, she's not she's a large success there. She's just crossing over here.
Mhm.
And it's like her growth here does feel like I get what you're saying. It does feel like there's a push
Mhm.
of her. Like we're pushing her and we're
It's too
pushing her. And
it's
it's like,
too fast. It's like
yeah.
they're too up there, and it's like, who are you again? It's kind of like that, but
Yeah.
and I think it really, I really like, yeah, it's like you kind of don't see the growth at all, or they could get into the point of like, well, there's no need to grow because I'm already here. Like
True.
I got to the Met Gala,
And I got this and I
you
got that.
know,
And it's like, oh, well, why do I need to do that when I can just go to the Met Gala or I can just go
exactly.
here? Yeah. I do get what you're saying in that it feels kind of like there's such a push for her and her artistry, but I feel like a lot of it is different because she already has the fan base. So she can probably prosper in comparison to somebody like Ice Spice. Ice Spice is still building her fan base. And again, as we all know, Ice Spice started out as a for a lot of people, she was considered a joke, right? And
Yeah,
we I feel like for me, I really didn't hate her like that. So it's like you're seeing a lot of people hate her and drag her and this and that. And I didn't like that because it's like, oh, what like she didn't do anything. She didn't necessarily do
yeah,
anything to deserve being dragged and treated like,
yeah, absolutely.
and I feel like that's a problem for me is like she doesn't deserve to be dragged. But we're here now where it's like, oh, the music sounds the same, and it's like a lot of y'all supported her in the way that was like, "Oh, she's gonna be the next hot artist," and it's like, yeah, she still has to grow. Like, support her, sure, and be like, "You know what? Let me give her a listen," right? But still
Yeah,
still allow her time to grow, still allow her to organically rise to fame in a way that she is, like, mainstream, you know?
yeah,
That's why it's like I feel like okay, this is probably gonna just listen. I feel like a lot of people want these artists to be Nicki Minaj's level of famous, and the problem is that they're not Nicki Minaj's level of famous, and that's okay. I would rather
yeah,
them naturally gain their own level of fame when they get there versus they're famous and like we're like, "Oh, they're famous, next Nicki Minaj." It's like, just let them get to their level of famous. Let them figure their audience out. Let them work towards where they need to work towards, you know? Let's
but
stop
that's
doing
my brain. That's my
let's stop doing that thing where it's like, cause and even if you don't care for her, I don't love her all the time, but she did grow her audience organically. She did grow her audience
brain.
over time, you know?
Yeah,
And so it's
yeah,
like, yeah, she has an audience, she has so it's like wanting everybody to be her, it's not a fair comparison because all of the newer girls aren't gonna be her because they have to grow their audience a different way, you know?
yeah,
They have to find themselves in a different way, they have to make their own path and go from there. It doesn't have to be next Nicki Minaj. We have Nicki Minaj. Why do I need a next when I have Nicki Minaj there? Now, do I wanna listen to Megan? Absolutely, because Megan is Megan. That's what I wanna listen to, you know?
I would definitely agree. Um, it's definitely about growth and like you said, letting the artist grow and stuff like that. I think the point is the push is always confusing for our generation, before it's like, oh, girl, you no, you been pushed too far. Like,
Right.
and then it's like, well, let me see what you got to do, what's going on. And again, like they fall out of the first grade level, they just coming out the gate. Oh, like, you like, what is this? This is it?
Right.
Is this it? Or whatever. So I think that's just kind of what it is. And it's like, again, some people are haters. But I think for
That is
me,
true.
I'm not trying to hate. I don't know that.
No, I'm agreeing with you. You said some people are haters, and I was agreeing.
Yeah, and I'm not, and I because I want her to win. I used to try to listen to her album, and I was like, okay, and I was
Wait, who
like,
are you
and then
talking
I
about?
was like, I like, and I was like, oh, this
Oh,
is
yeah,
not
yeah.
for me. And then they let me go and turn this off. I know I am not the target audience for this
Yeah.
after today. And if she's still here within 10 years, you know, then hey, but as a kid than me. And I think for the Gen Z generation, understand that they need to be patient for their next superstar because I mean that's what everybody's waiting on. Everybody's waiting on the superstar. Everyone is waiting on for Nicki Minaj to be these roles because when it comes to the rap game, because first of all, Nicki is not going to pass the baton. She's not.
still trying to hold on to it after the day. Instead of at one point, just like this past month, like you're still gonna be great over there the kids, baby.
Right.
But that's what they gotta do. They gotta basically kiss her ass. And I feel like rap music for females are dying because of her fans. They will crush. They don't want her to be dethroned at all, or whatever.
I
But she
think
don't have to be
okay, I
dethroned at
will
all.
say I think one of the problems is that yes, a lot of her fans and even people outside want to replace her. And it's like they want this idea of there has to be a beef with her and everybody else or she's irrelevant. And I think the problem is y'all focus so much on drama and putting her in unnecessary beef, putting her in unnecessary drama, putting her in unnecessary issues that y'all don't focus on the music. Like let's focus on her music. Let's focus on her talent. Let's focus on her artistry. Let's give her I feel like too much of the conversation is y'all trying to snatch her flowers away and give them to somebody else and not appreciate what she does. You know?
Yeah,
Like appreciate her as a
yeah.
talent and that's it.
Well, I feel
Stop
like
trying to drag somebody else down and that's your appreciation of her as an artist because it's not really you appreciating her, you know?
yeah, I feel like for the general public, Nika was the only one that was around.
She was, yeah.
She was popping on everything. It was just like you had to get a feature with her. And I feel like at the end of the day, going through that as long as we did, people like they want something fresh. Now some people look at it like, look, girl, we need something fresh. Or whatever. We like her, but we need someone else to come in there that's hungry. Or whatever the case may be. And again, when it comes to rap, it is competitive. Like that genre music. That is what that is.
Mhm.
That's just in the culture of it too as well. And people wanted a breath of fresh air when Cardi B came out. Even though I do better on Love and Hip Hop, which I didn't like on Love and Hip Hop, it felt like a breath of fresh air. It was like, oh, somebody's different. Let's hear what she has to say after the day. And she had a hit, and it was great or whatever. But then it turned
True.
to this bullshit. But you know, I
She was
hate,
fun. She is
I
fun.
hate her reaction. Yeah, so like it felt good, and then it became this whole. And I was like, oh my god, are we doing this? I was like, are we
Right.
really doing this? This has become this. I'm like, oh my god, it was a horrible time to be alive. You couldn't even escape it. It was everywhere.
Mhm.
Any other come on the phone or the sneakers, I'm like, oh my god, it look, they ruined hip hop. The moms
Right.
have ruined hip hop. But it's just horrible now. It's not even funny at this day.
Right.
It really is.
Well,
And
yeah,
like
I
I
can
said,
agree with that.
some people sleep on it so quickly.
I feel like it's unfair for her because it's like too much of the conversation is about her and other artists and not enough of the conversation is about her as a talent and her as an artist by
Yeah, we're not
herself.
talking about it. Every time we break it up, it's like, girl, what she did now?
Right.
What she did now? What
Okay.
that ass now?
But back to the topic that
It
we
looks
were
like I
having.
said,
Back to the topic we
well,
were having.
we're way up to it, yeah. So like I said, I got into the Chloe album. I'm still listening on it. I'm liking it
Right.
better than
Hey guys, just technical difficulties. Just being that girl sometimes gotta be that girl. Wig. But we're back. Yes, I do agree with you in that her fans have kind of ruined a lot. But let's move forward. Let's talk about something else. You ready?
yeah, yes. But I do like the Chloe new album. I'm still getting into it. I'm trying
Okay.
to see if it's gonna grow on me after the day. And I like a couple of songs. And I think the point is, if you like a couple of songs, that's where you can just make a playlist and keep those songs in
Yeah.
there. Okay.
Especially now, I feel like
And
now you don't have that option of like, oh, I like a couple of songs and I'm just gonna I mean, you technically do have that option. You could just put the CD in and skip.
yeah,
I used to, and I don't know if you know this, but Xbox used to have this thing on the older Xboxes where you could download music off of CDs and play them. You could just download the music off of a CD and have it on your Xbox. And you could just play it throughout while you're playing a game. You could just play the CD or play the music that you like, you know? And that was really fun, by
Okay.
the way. That was very fun. But,
You better
okay,
let the ambulance go, girl.
a wig,
What's wrong with her?
a wig.
I'm
Okay,
listening, girl.
so Imma let you guys know right now, as a Dula Peep fan, I have not heard, Radical Optimism. I'm sorry.
I gotta go back and listen to it again. I listened to a couple of songs. Well, I listened to the whole album, but I was supposed to go back and re-listen. And I like I got a couple out the bunch or
Mhm.
whatever. I can't think of their names at the moment,
It's okay,
but
I know.
it's definitely a continuation to So okay, you know what, you guys, I am driving, but I got of course I'm hands free. Okay, the phone is on, but this man almost wrecked my car, and this is the stuff I'm talking about. If you
Wig.
come down to Houston, you guys come with a prayer. If you're
True,
driving a rental car, or if you're in an Uber,
true.
because I do Uber too,
Some of
and
the
it's
girls, they
always a
don't know where
prayer
they're
on
going. But I heard that, California is worse.
Girl, well, they have a lot of California people moving out here. They just want to put that out
That's
there
true.
too.
Wig.
So maybe they're making it worse for us.
That's
And
true.
let me get it from this girl. I think she's gonna hit. Let me go in front of
But, okay,
her.
so I did listen to, okay, you said that, Ariana Grande's came out this year, right?
Yes, Eternal Sunshine came out.
I think
We
that's
was
the
talking about Dua
only
Lipa.
I think, Eternal Sunshine is the only album that I can think of right now that came out this year that I did actually
Mm-hmm.
listen to the full album because I just at random decided I'm gonna listen to this and see what it's giving, see what she's doing, that kind of thing. I do want to listen to
Mm-hmm.
Cupcake. That's gonna happen one of these days. It's just not gonna happen right now. I'm so sorry, but I'll get to her. And Kalani, I heard Kalani's album is really good, but I'll give her a listen when I get a chance. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed Eternal Sunshine. I will say it's kind of dreamy, but if you like Ariana Grande, you know what I mean. Like she has a very dreamy kind of and I mean this in a positive by the way, that it puts you to sleep, but not like it makes you sleepy, but it's kind of like, "Oh, I could sleep to this album." You know?
Very, I guess you're saying, baby girl.
Yeah, very that. So I did listen to it. I will say from that album, okay. I was always gonna be a fan of, The Boy Is Mine. That was my first love. I love that song.
Mhm.
I can't think of the other songs that I really enjoyed, but I did enjoy it. I didn't find myself hating it. Oh, We Can't Be Friends was cute. I did enjoy that one. I wanna say I like Don't Wanna Break Up Again, but I don't remember. But it was cute. I think it was a cute album. It's very fun. I feel like it's a different like Renaissance felt more of like that techno pop, like high energy kind of thing. And I feel like Ariana
Yeah.
Grande's the album Eternal Sunshine felt more of like low energy, kind of like dreamy, calm down pop, techno disco pop, you know?
Mhm.
So yeah, I enjoyed it. I haven't listened to Chloe's album. I think the last Chloe song I listened to was Boy Bye, and I really enjoyed that. I had a lot of
Mhm.
fun with that one. So
Mhm. You and my friend, she like that.
it's
I was like,
cute.
okay, girl. Yeah.
It's very early 2000s era kind of pop music, if that makes sense. It feels like that kind of like,
Yes.
yeah. Um when was Flo's album released? Have Was Flo? I don't think they had an album that
I
released
don't.
this year.
I don't think. I don't think they released. I don't.
Oh,
For
On
the,
the
I
Rise. Hold on. Album.
because
On
I
the
know they released another song.
They did. Oh, no, no, no. Three of Us is the album. It came out last year. It's an EP. It was an EP.
Oh, okay. You think.
I enjoyed that. Control Freak was
Oh, Victoria
amazing.
Monet.
Oh, you know
Victoria
what?
Monet.
Wait.
Yeah.
I haven't listened to that in full,
Yeah.
but didn't
Well,
that
I
come out?
have. It's
Wait, did
good.
that come out last year? Right?
This year came out this year.
Did it?
Mm-hmm.
No, it didn't. It came out last year.
You did
Jaguar 2 came out last year. Yeah,
put that on my mama on my hood.
that's a
I would
great album.
fly. I would
I'm glad she released All Right as she knew, as she should have did,
uh-huh.
as she knows. We wanted to hear All Right.
Mm-hmm.
We wanted to hear All Right on repeat. Okay, I wanted to
Yes,
sample.
ma'am. You do.
So I enjoyed that one. I don't remember if I finished it yet. Did I finish that? Did we finish listening to it?
Yeah, I finished it. I think you
Oh,
fell asleep on half of that, but I
no, I
finished
think
it.
I think you went to sleep in it, and I was like, okay, well, let me go ahead and listen to it. No,
That's a
I
lie.
think
You
something else
went to
happened.
sleep.
No, girl, don't do that. Don't try
You
me,
did. You
okay?
didn't want to
Don't
sleep. I
try
finished it.
me. Don't try me. All
I
right.
even asked
Don't
some
try
songs
me.
about
All
playlist.
right. Don't
Yes,
try me.
girl, it was that
Not
way.
too
But it's
much.
okay,
Okay,
girl.
but
I'm
I
always
love
used to
Stop
it.
Asking Me. I did love that one. That's fun. I'm the One is cute. As you know, On My Mama is amazing. How does it make you feel? Everything. Now that's okay. See, this is okay. So one of the things that I really appreciate about Victoria Monet as an artist is that it feels like she gives you nostalgia, but the nostalgia is from her own personal perspective. You know,
Mm,
it doesn't feel like that
yeah.
thing where
It's like she lived the shit. She not, she
well, she
not
is 30. She
performing.
is in her
She's
30s.
like
So she definitely
yeah,
absolutely lived it.
that's like yeah, she lived the shit over that. But like she already knows what to do at the end of the day. And I think for people that's discovered it, like gosh, she's just like so amazing. Like she's been doing this
Right.
for years. And out there doing it and killing it. It's like this is a person that's hungry and really trying to go for it at the end of the day.
Mhm.
And I
I
think
saw some Ariana
going
Grande
forward,
stands trying to drag her, and I'm like, I don't know why y'all are thinking that
uh,
y'all can drag Victoria Monet. She's always been a part of the Ariana Grande situation. A lot of y'all's favorite hits, she was a part of that.
yes, ma'am, you gotta
That's
put
her
some respect
bestie.
on
Let's
her
not
name.
do
Come
it.
on now.
Let's not do it. That's her bestie.
Every once in a while, they be trying it. But I think for us millennials, and I'm talking to all of us,
Mhm.
I think we just need to let these artists, these new girls that's coming out, these Gen Z girls coming out, let them just grow. Let us mind our business. Let's just talk
Yeah.
amongst ourselves and just like keep it at the kitchen
Also
table talk.
also
We gotta
like
put it online.
let's
Just say,
give
girl,
them
that ain't
some
good.
grace. Let's give them some grace. Like you're saying, basically, it's like let's give them
Yes,
grace
a lot of
to
grace.
really find themselves, to really find their sound, to really cook and be who they are. If we,
Mhm.
I feel like we had such a great time of like our artists were allowed to find themselves and
Yes.
listen to the creatives, but also give themselves space and time. You know,
Oh yeah, because we was
like
gonna, we was supporting them, baby. Don't
oh,
get it
we
twisted. That's
absolutely
one of the
were.
things that came with more
We
people say,
absolutely were.
it's like,
We
girl, we don't
absolutely
listen
were.
to, and you gonna buy the album too.
Listen,
Why you talking all that stuff
Cassie
once you get
made
to
that
that record?
mistake that one time, but did we still go out and get that album? Absolutely.
I would never forget when Lady Gaga came out, and I brought the story up once before, and when I was in the Target, and I actually had got her album, by the
Mhm.
way, around that time, and the lady was like, "Oh my God, people are just so obsessed with her. She is so weird." And I was over here, and it was like, "Hey, do you like her?" I said, "Yeah, she's cool." I said, "She's giving something fresh and new, and I'm here
Right.
for it."
Well, a
At the
lot
end of
of
the day,
it's
because
so
she
fun
was
fact. I know a lot of people gave her flack for that, but it was like she was always all she was doing was kind of like giving what a lot of the previously known weirdos used to do. So it's like you had people like Grace Jones, who she was heavily inspired by the way, you guys. Like Grace Jones has always been her
mhm,
biggest inspiration. So it's like she had Grace Jones and she loved Madonna. That was always her other favorite. Like so,
mhm,
of course she was gonna be weird. Her favorites were both very weird people, you know?
mhm. And she
So
was just something fresh,
she
something which
was.
call
She was
just out
great.
there. And she was a performer. She knew what she wanted to do and stuff like that. So I was like, she had it. and she was like a big splash. That debut is unmatched. The
Right.
girl was just girling. She was just
Yeah,
that girl
she
at
was.
the end of the day,
I
and
I
it
appreciated
was
her
fun.
too, and I
Yeah, I
appreciated what
wouldn't
she
say
gave
I
us.
was a super fan, but I
Oh, I
did
was.
enjoy her. I enjoyed. You said what?
I was.
Yeah, I know you were, but
Mhm.
I wasn't. But I did love her music, and I felt like she was worth it. Because, like I said again, back in the day, we had to buy albums, and you had to be a
Right.
worth it girl to go down there to the damn store
And
and picking out
listen,
that album
not
out
only did we have to
and go
buy
through
the
the.
albums, but our artists back then used to work on a consistent basis. They would be doing Good Morning America. They would be doing mall tours. They would be doing I'm gonna be
Mhm.
here. Like I remember Lady Gaga used to perform at like Kohl's or Sears or something. Like she would perform at some regular random place. And that was her building her fan base. And that's what I'm saying when I say they have to build a fan base. They have to find themselves where they can, because like,
Yeah,
it's not the process isn't as natural as doing that. Because if you do something like that, they call you broke and busted and all of that, and it's like, well, they're trying to build a fan base. That's why it's like,
mhm.
I know I don't like a lot of her motives and her moves, but I will say I do appreciate that JT is going to like doing club tours and doing club appearances, because it's like she doesn't have that big of an audience right now as a solo artist, and she wants to build that fan base to where she can be like, okay, I'm gonna do concerts. Okay, I'm gonna do this tour. The same thing with Megan. Megan did the same thing where she didn't because she didn't have a solo tour until very recently.
Yeah,
Megan was doing a lot of concerts, a lot of festivals, a lot of all these other things first. And then she went into the touring. So it's like you want to build your audience first, because you don't want to sit
yes,
here and you think you can do it and you have egg on your face because you don't have enough of an audience for people to buy tickets, you know?
yeah.
That's why, like, even with
I
Chloe,
wouldn't
when
get
Chloe was doing
yourself
her thing,
as
and she
long.
wasn't doing it in these big arenas, she was doing it in these like little amphitheaters, little theaters, like these, like, like she has to build her audience, and I understand that, and I feel like that makes the most sense to um being a wider, well-known talent, is building your audience, building your target demographic, um, making sure that you aren't
Even if they,
basically making sure that you're not just doing this just to do this. You're doing this because you know that the people are going to come and see you.
yeah,
And that's why, even though, yes, was Chloe's tickets cheap? Absolutely. But guess what? People went to see her. And I appreciate that. I'm happy for her that people did that. I didn't pay that much to get a Beyonce ticket. Like, I know a lot of people talk about the Chloe thing being cheap. I didn't pay that much to go to see Beyonce for Renaissance.
but she went out there and she put on the show.
And she did.
And,
And I'm very sure Chloe
you
did,
know,
because I heard she did an
come on.
amazing job too. I heard Chloe's tour was actually really fun. Like, I heard a lot of people had a good time. And I believe that because Chloe seems like a multi-talented artist. And I feel like once you give her time to grow, to cook, to find her footing, and
Mhm,
let her just have fun as an artist. Let her just find
mhm,
herself. Let her experience the fun of being an artist, is just like experimenting with music, you know?
mhm. Yeah,
So yeah. But back to this. Let's talk about what we were talking about, wig. So Victoria Monet's album was amazing. I heard it last year, and it is from last year, and I really had a good time with that. But I also love Victoria Monet. She's such a fun talented artist. She's
mhm.
so gifted.
She can
Writing
sing, she can
amazing.
dance, she can sing, right? She's
Writing
that girl in the big house,
amazing.
not the clown.
Visuals amazing. Stylistic choices amazing. Singing
Mhm.
amazing. All of the things are amazing. It's like I love what she's giving us right now, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm proud of her because the girl, guess what? She got an award, as she should. Okay? As she does.
Oh, yeah, she
As she
did.
deserves. She don't have enough
She did.
awards. Let's talk about that. She don't have enough trophies. Let's talk about that. She don't have enough accolades. Okay, let's talk.
Uh, okay. You tell it like it is.
I sure am. But,
Again, millennials, you gotta understand, a lot of y'all fans are still putting out music. So stop looking at them young girls and go support y'all older faves.
right, like, let's talk about that. Brandy's trying to put out music and y'all don't support Brandy, but here y'all are
I'm not going.
complaining about the new girls and
I'm not
talking about
going
the
over
new
there.
girls. Okay,
That's
girl.
like trying that new Mary. When I
See,
tell
okay,
you that
how
Mary
you
bottle
gonna
that
wait a
you bought
minute,
me
wait
will
a
not be
minute, wait a
open,
minute, wait a minute. How you gonna say, yeah, the older artists, they're putting out new music, and here you are doing exactly what they do. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about
but
you.
girl, look, you
Let's hit
guys.
the
She bought
spotlight.
me a Mary vinyl. She bought
Let's
me a
put the
Mary J.
hold on,
Blige
hold on, hold on. Let
vinyl.
me tell the okay.
And let
Producer,
me tell you
let me tell the
something.
producer, put the spotlight on her. Go ahead and mute me.
And she,
Let's hear her excuse. I'm gonna mute myself. Let's hear your excuse on
you,
why
you
you
guys,
feel the way you feel. Go
she
ahead.
had bought me a vinyl for Mary J. Blige, The Morning Gorgeous. And and you know when a person's giving you a gift and you supposed to be like, oh, okay. And I was like, girl, what's this? I had to give her like,
Oh,
yeah, girl, why would you buy
exactly.
me that?
I wanted you to
Yes.
support
And I was like,
MJB,
and she was like, oh, I thought you liked Mary J. Blige. I said, oh, Mary, not the new shit. And I
but
said,
see,
you
that's the
got the
problem.
new shit.
Listen to the new
I said, oh,
Mary.
you got the new shit.
Listen to her.
And then now I'm thinking about it now. I'm like, girl, let me see that receipt because I know you want to pay about $5 for this. Because, girl, ain't
You
nobody
don't know
buying
what I
that.
did. You don't know what I did.
$5. I bet you $5. Because I'm like,
You
girl,
don't know
what is
what
this?
I
I'm like,
did.
I don't even listen to new Mary. Mary ain't even sounding the same about her.
You don't know what
I
I
think
did.
it's all gone. And I'm like, when have
Okay,
you
but
heard
let's
me
talk
listen to
about
any
this.
new
Okay,
Mary?
but let me ask you this. What was the previous vinyl that I bought you?
You brought me Plastic Heart by Miley
And
Cyrus.
what was before that one?
By the way, I got her into that Rihanna,
I don't want to hear it.
Unapologetic.
Exactly. So I know you.
Yeah,
So I do know you.
yeah. But that Mary J. Blige threw me off, and I was like, girl, me and you ride in the car all the time, and we always exchanging music. When have you heard me listen to anything new about Mary J.
You listen to
Blige?
that number one song that she did. You listen to that number one song. You know the song where she's
What
like,
number one
"Boy,
song?
you know I'm number one." The song where she's like, "I'm number one." You listen to
What
it
is it?
multiple times.
That's one.
You listen to it every
That's one
day.
song.
You listen to it all the time.
That's a lie. You're over
You was
exaggerating.
listening to it yesterday.
No, I do not. And I was trying to spare her, and I was like, girl, I love you, but I'm like, girl, this would not go in the vinyl at all. This would just be, I mean, in the vinyl player, this would just be on my shelf.
Mhm.
And if anybody asks, I'm gonna say, girl, my friend bought me that, and that's represent friendship.
And before you
That's
finish the conversation, you better let them know. But she also bought me Unapologetic Rihanna, and she also bought me Plastic Hearts, Miley Cyrus. Exactly. Now what?
which that album I got her into, by the way.
Now what?
Just want to put that out there. I'm the one that got her into that
And I was
album.
gonna try to get you the Britney one, but girl, the Britney one is too expensive. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we love it.
It's blackout. It's the blackout. You know that's the one that everybody's into. You know I have that CD by the way. I have that CD by the way.
Baby, that
It's
album was just,
my
girl, I had put
favorite.
that
Oh, I
on.
love Britney. You was doing your big one with
She
blackout.
put her foot up in
And she said she was writing on that one. She said that was one of the ones that she was really heavily involved in the writing and all of that. She wanted to make sure that she had a part of it,
there, and her,
and she
she
did.
had a stuff.
And we were
She
supposed
had
to
a
get
stuff.
Blackout too. And we were supposed to get Blackout too.
Come on, let's go inside.
We were supposed
I
to
got
get
a dead
Blackout
possum
too,
in front
but
of
she
my
said they wouldn't let her do that because she was like, I was letting people know what's going on with me, and they wouldn't let me do it.
door. Maybe it's playing dead. No,
Wig.
I think it's dead. It's dead because poop came out. And you know when you die, you poop yourself.
What? What are you
So
talking about?
It's a possum that's dead in front of our door.
Oh, girl.
Yes. Okay, you can add some more now.
You know what's so weird about that? They they do that and then they can't do anything. So like if a car cup runs them over, they will literally be dead. They'll be playing dead and then they'll literally be dead.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I know.
But anyways, back
And
to okay. So let's talk about Britney really quickly. And well, no. Actually, let's finish up one more album from this year or from last year that we listened to. And then we will do a part two, you guys, after we talk about this one last album. So, is there another album that you listened to that came out this year or last year?
hmm, let me go look at my Apple Music. Sorry,
Okay.
I
I
probably over
said
here.
Victoria Monet, that was the last one. Okay, so I'll give you one of mine of an album that I listened to last year that I really thoroughly enjoy is Doja Cat's.
Oh, sure.
That is Doja Cat's Doja. Who? What? Scarlet wig. The Scarlet
Are you gonna get
album.
it out?
Huh?
I said, are you gonna be able to get it out, girl?
Girl, I don't know what's happening. The Doja Cat Scarlet album I really enjoyed. It's such a it's interesting cuz it's like I know she hates I know in the era of this, the Scarlet era, she's made this like a lot of commentary and a lot of controversial opinions and thoughts and all that,
Mm-hmm.
but the talent is always there. I'm sorry. Doja Cat's talented. She's like
Absolutely.
one of the few one of the few controversial figures that's like, "Oh, no, but you're talented." You know?
Yeah, she got it.
She
She
does.
got it.
She just needs to get out of that controversial figure stuff. She just needs to calm down on all of that, you know?
We don't want to deal with that. Let it
But
be about the music. Give us the
but
music,
every
please.
last piece of that album, I think the only one that I didn't love, um, probably Wet Vagina. Wet Vagina's the only one that I didn't love. I loved Paint the Town Red. Demons was amazing. FTG, a lovely. Ouchies is my favorite. 97 is great. Gun, amazing. Golf, gorgeous. Agoria Hills, love. Can't wait. So beautiful. Often is fantastic. Love Life, fantastic. Skull and Bones, great. Attention, great. Balut, great. Shut great. It's like
Girl, this said the album is the whole album is a great girl because you
yeah.
are not gonna go
Oh,
down this whole
I'm
list.
gonna finish it, and I'm gonna say more, and I'm gonna say more. Thank you very much, and I'm gonna say more. Thank you very much. Because she re-released it and did Claude, and Claude was great too. Disrespectful, Urge, Okay Loser. Mask was probably the only one that I didn't love. I'll say that. Mask was the only one that I didn't love. But Acknowledge Me. I live for Doja Cat. I will say that. So yeah, that's one of the albums that I really thoroughly got my life listening to front to back to front. You know?
But you know what? And I just want to add in too, you guys.
Don't add in.
Just
Don't add in
because,
anything.
just because, just because you don't like the song, because it's gonna be some songs you don't care about. That makes
Yeah.
the album.
Yeah.
That actually has that makes the album.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
You don't have to like
Okay,
every
if you
last single piece
if
of
you
it.
got two songs that don't, and you like, girl, that's still the album. That's still the girl. That's the album. It's
I
supposed to
feel
have two
like if
songs that
you
you don't
don't
like.
like if you okay, so to know that it's a bad album is if you only like one song and it's not a strong like. That's when you know you don't like the album. If you just like
Ooh.
one song, that's even
Only
okay.
one did it to me.
Who?
Estelle album. American
Is
Boy.
that the
That
one oh with the
Estelle
American
American
Boy?
Boy.
Yeah, same.
Yes.
Same.
One song. I had listened to that
Same.
album over 50 times
But you wanna know
horrible.
what? I live for her being on Steven Universe and her music on there. I'm always here for it. I'm always down.
I was thinking after hearing American Boy, because it was such a big hit, you guys.
It
And
was.
again, the single is your singles are supposed to reflect what the album is, what the era is going to be at the end of the day. And I think sometimes that's what we're missing in the sauce now that people are worrying so much about the era than the music itself.
True.
It needs to make sense why
Yeah,
it's on the album as well. And because some people eras be good, it's just that music sucks. Like, it's horrible. And that's
true.
not good. After that, you need the music to match and make sense or whatever. And I remember going into that, listening to that, I'm like, oh, I'm about to get a London Wall. Girl, I'm about to be in a girl look. I'm gonna be British after this.
Yeah, I get that.
Girl, that shit she was talking about, I was like, girl, you can let this at the picnic table.
And
At the lunch
it's
table,
sad
what you
because she has
walking in
such an
with this?
amazing voice, like, but I don't find myself
Mm-hmm.
enjoying a lot of her music. But I do enjoy what she's done on Steven Universe and some of her songs on there. I liked Call These Boys. That was always one of my favorites from her. That wasn't on that first album. It was on her like EP that she did
Mm-hmm.
after. But what's an album that you got? And then after that, we're gonna call it here because it's about to be an hour of content almost. So we need to, you know. So
Well, it's gonna be broken
what's
down.
the last album that you can say that you listened to either this year or last year that you enjoyed?
Oh, yeah. Harry Styles.
Boo. Boo.
Harry Styles.
Boo.
You don't give this boy his flowers. Please give him his
Boo.
flowers. Harry Styles is
Boo.
really, really a good artist. I
Boo.
feel like he knows what kind of sound he wants. He
Boo. I'm
goes
just
for
kidding.
it. You know what? Look, girl, I ain't got time for all that. You gonna put some respect on Harry name. Every time I bring Harry up, it's always an attitude. I don't
I
even know
sure
that to
have to get
you.
you together.
How dare you do that?
I sure have to get you
I,
together.
I think I think he is really, really good. Like really, really good. I would love to go to his concert. Like he looks like he has fun. He's free on stage. Like he enjoys what he's doing at the end of the day. And I think that's such a beautiful thing and all that. And of course he's cute as well. But
So,
nonetheless,
anyways, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, can you give me a good?
nonetheless,
Okay,
he's
can I
really
get a
that
good
yeah,
album? Yeah.
that's a good album. That is. Oh girl, you know what?
What's your favorite song
I
on
ain't
the
gonna tell
album?
you. Baby, you are the love of my life. Oh, that is my song.
Lame. Oh,
Baby, I love that song. And when I tell you that song just be making me like, this is the song. This is the
wait.
song. And I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of what he's doing. Just awesome.
I
Awesome all
guess.
around, man.
I guess, girl.
He is definitely top
I
tier.
guess. I guess, girl. Well, all right. Oh,
Oh, oh no, I'm not to just sing my bathroom out. I'm sorry.
okay. Well, all right, you guys. That was part one. We're gonna keep going with this because we have a bunch of other albums we didn't really get a chance to talk about, and a bunch of other artists and music that we want to get into and talk about. So we'll be back for part two of this. All right, you
All right, you
guys.
guys. See you
I'm O
soon.
Lord,
And I'm tired.
and this was the T.O. show.
See you
See,
show.
okay. See, you got to learn that this is a solo project. I just say T.O. show. I'm so sorry.
Girl, ain't nobody worrying about you, girl.
Well,
Not long.
start worrying. What was
Like
that?
all
Where
I'm
somebody
saying
was
is out.
like, what was that? Where somebody? Oh, it was Beyonce. Where somebody did. Okay, remember when they was doing that? Don't call me bossy. That campaign where they was like, don't call me this because it's demeaning to women. And somebody edited Beyonce's wording. So she was saying people are gonna call you stupid. Take offense to it.
Oh
They
yeah,
mean
how
it.
they
Did you see
chopped it
that?
up and trying to make it like she was saying that to somebody.
I live. All right, you guys. Bye.
Hi.